Alright, so I was going to call it a night, but yes, I have seen that Meghan has arrived in Dusseldorf, and I guess I'm going to have to make some comment on that, aren't I? Right? There's no getting away from it. It's the life I have chosen. But I must insist, this channel, I have big plans for this channel. I am an investigative journalist after all. I'm sitting on some scoops here that you wouldn't believe. It's very late. This video isn't going to be edited. It is what it is, okay? Meghan's arrived. She gave that's how late it is. She gave the speech, did Meghan? She gave the speech in Dusseldorf, right? And it wasn't as cringe as Harry's. You know, she's, as I said, the more polished version. She's the more complete of the two. They're both brilliant in their own ways. Very much Don Quixote and Sancho Panza, you know. She's, as I said, the ambitious leader of the two. She is the brain to his Pinky, right? She is the Del Boy to his Rodney. And so on and so forth. There are probably some others that you could throw in there. Anyway, we're going to have a look at her speech, and that's going to lead to another thing I thought of, and that will lead to a third thing. There are 3 parts to this video, and you're going to all enjoy all of them more. I would say each one gets progressively better. Let's just get into her speech first of all, which wasn't that good, you know, and the audio's pretty bad because everyone's shouting over her. They're all, you know, ecstatic because Meghan's there, and why wouldn't you be? Play! Why can't I ever get this to play? See, this is why I edit my videos.
So special to be here, and I'm sorry that I'm a little late for the party. Just like so many of you, this is about family and friends and the community that Invictus has created and that Fisher House has created. And so I just had to spend a little bit more time getting our little one settled at home.
Yeah, okay. So there's nothing interesting here. She doesn't say anything particularly cringe. It's a bit, you know, it's always a bit awkward with Meghan and Harry. They always say, they never sound natural, right? And they always sound odd. I just spent a little bit more time at home getting the little one settled. You've travelled halfway around the world. It's not like you spent 15 more minutes at home just... Anyway, that's neither here nor there. See, this is the thing. I don't want to get Meghan derangement syndrome. I don't want to pick on everything she does. This wasn't entirely weird. Let's just listen to a little bit more. It's only 2 minutes long. Okay. You know, take your time. This is gonna be a long one, and if you're already getting bored with my rambling, well, yeah, give it another 5 minutes for the algorithm, please.
Milkshakes, school drop off, and then I just landed a couple hours ago, and I am thrilled that the first event that I can do for Invictus is here with all of you. It is amazing, and the week so far is not off to a good start. Is that right?
Harry hasn't heard a word. He doesn't know what she's on about. He's clapping like a seal.
So a huge thank you for this amazing event that Fisher House has put on. I was really fortunate to go and visit one of the houses in Los Angeles just a couple weeks ago, and I was so moved by everything that they do because they understand, as you do, as my husband does in creating the Invictus Games, how much the value of rehabilitation matters, not just as a solitary experience, but as a family. So I'm really, really proud to be a part of this Invictus family with all of you.
Fair enough. She's not saying anything that mental. I know we could dissect everything and whatnot, but that is supposed to be my job, isn't it? I mean, it always falls on me. The burden of having to make this interesting for you all, right? And I think you should be, you know, take a look in the mirror, all right? I have nothing to work with here. She's just saying, oh, it's great to be here, Invictus. She's actually coming across as, you know, as human as she ever has, okay? But don't lose faith. It's me. It's Daniel Boland. I always find something, don't I? And don't worry, it's coming.
I'm grateful for all of you that are here. We received also a few gifts. Someone, Canadian team, it's Corinne. She gave us a bracelet, and on that bracelet they put initials. They put initials of one of the people who wasn't able to make it here tonight. And there's so many people that we know are back home rooting for all of you, and even if they can't be here with you, they are with you in spirit. So thank you also for this.
All right, yeah, great. They're with you in spirit, the people who aren't here. Are they? No, I don't know. Maybe they are. Anyway, now, I thought, what can I do with that? She gave a little 2-minute speech after arriving, after traveling around the world. And I started thinking to myself, what has her day been like? You know, what is Meghan Markle's process? How does she get herself ready for flying around the world, right? What are her little creature comforts? What are the things that give her a little slice of home away from home? And of course, I found all the answers to my curious little mind's intrigues here on the TIG archive. Travel Essentials. M&M's Travel Essential. Flowers Travel Essentials. Here we are. M&M's Travel Essentials from 2016. I wonder if she's kept up the same routine. You're going to love this. Okay, here we go. An introduction. There's always an introduction for the TIG. And then there is a list of items that she likes to take on holiday with her. Okay? It's only a little article. They're all very little. They're never very deep or meaningful or, particularly interesting, unless, like me, you think they're the greatest thing you've ever read in your life. I'm not joking when I say that. I'm not being hyperbolic. It's what I really think. TIG Archives, Travel Essentials. If you've been tracking my social media of late, yes, you'll notice that not a week goes by without me finding my derriere on a plane. My derriere. Okay. Yes, it's fun. And yes, it's purpose-driven. She's got to write those TIG articles. Those TIG articles won't write themselves unless you use AI, which would probably do a better job, to be fair. But this is 2016, She would have had to pay somebody on Fiverr, $7 to do an article like this. Okay. It's purpose-driven. And yes, it can sometimes feel quite glamorous. But jet-setting for work or pleasure comes with its own set of complications. The foremost issue is self-care. It always is, isn't it, Meghan? I'm joking. Poor Meghan, eh? She's always getting battered by everyone, And she's given us so much gold over the years, free of charge, but free at the point of use. Whether it be Spotify, Netflix. Sure, she's getting paid, but we're not paying for it, So we should be grateful. She is a wonderful content creator. The foremost issue is self-care. It's easy to run yourself ragged. Yes, it's easy to run yourself ragged, hopping from one locale to another, sometimes feeling homesick, and other times... It's late at night, my mouth is getting dry. Any of the rest of you get that? Running yourself ragged, hopping from one locale to another, sometimes feeling homesick, other times feeling plain old sick. Tummy, head cold, you name it. Scarlet fever... Anal piles. Anal piles. Hemorrhoids. The river by my house is called Piles. Piles in Spanish. It's funny when you first get to Spain and you see the river piles. Also, there's a company here called RAPE, and it's in massive letters as you come into the city. It just says Ray. I can't say that word. In enormous letters, the biggest letters you've ever seen, like Las Vegas letters. Oh, and also RAPE in Spain means monkfish. And we eat a lot of monkfish here, and you get black monkfish. So it just says Rape Negro, which, can cause some confusion. Here are some surefire tips. Here are some surefire my mouth. Here's some surefire tips I have picked up along the way to keep me feeling A+ when I'm traveling. Traveling with one L, you American. Okay, ML Travel Essentials. Now, what you will notice about these travel essentials is that they are all products. It's not just generic items. It's not like a pack of tissues. It's a pack of Kleenex tissues. But that's not on there, of course. That wasn't lucrative enough. Was it, Meghan? No, we've got Merchisson Travel Spray Essentials. Neosporin antibiotic ointment. We all need that. A Madwell City-Eyed scarf. Not just any old scarf. A Madwell City-Eyed scarf. Probiotics by Dr. O'Hara. The Abbey Rain Quartermaster Complete Carry-On. So a suitcase, that is an essential, but specifically this suitcase, the one that paid her. And Stowe, the first class tech case, right? To put all your tech stuff in, your earphones, all your tech stuff, right? And there is a little paragraph on each of these products, and this is wonderful. This is world-class bloggery right here. Number 1, look at the little heading. Wipe it down. I'm no germaphobe. I am No, she's not. Of course she's not. She's friends with all the germs. I'm no germaphobe. My best friend is a germ. I'm no germaphobe. But when I get on a plane, I always use some quick hand wipes or a travel sanitizer. That sounds sane, I guess. If things are dirty. I don't do that because I just think that people will think I'm crazy. But since COVID, everyone, you can wear a full-on gas mask and people are like, yes, I respect his decision. I get into arguments still about that. I was saying, don't you realise people are mental? I see people walking on the beach here alone with masks on. Not many now, but I do. And I look out my window. I'm staring at them from my window. Look at that fucker. You're insane! And, everyone says I'm insane. Let it go, Danny. No, I won't. I'm going to point and laugh. Okay. I'm no germaphobe, but when I get on a plane, I always use some quick hand wipes or a travel sanitizer to spray travel sanitizer spray to wipe it all down. Fair enough, I get it. Things are dirty when people have been touching them. I don't do that, but whatever. That includes the little TV, the service tray, and all the buttons around your seat. Okay, that's a little bit mental, but they're all the things you're going to touch. I've known people who have done that, since forever. Monk. We mentioned Monkfish before. Who remembers the detective series? Monk, or was it Monkfish? Monk. He was crazy, wasn't he? He was always wiping everything. You could release... In fact, I bet kids today will watch reruns of that monk. And they'll think, they won't even notice he's doing anything. They won't even notice that that's a weird idiosyncrasy of his, that he wipes everything down. They'll be saying, oh yeah, good practice. It won't even register. Sure, the person next to you may give you a side eye. One of Harry's side eyes when he's reading the author cues, yeah? A dinosaur eye. A bovid eye. Sure, the person next to you may give you a side eye. This sentence is amazing. But at the end of the flight, you'll be the one whistling Dixie with nary a sniffle. Now, she thinks she's been really clever there. But whistling Dixie doesn't mean what I think she thinks it means. I think she means you'll be... there's a saying like that. What is it? Somebody write it in the comments. You'll be laughing, right? You'll have the last laugh, I think is what she means. Whistling Dixie means, I think it means, what does it mean? It means like you're delusional about something. You think Dixie is going to win, the Confederates, right? They're not going to win. They're vastly outnumbered. Fools. You'll be the one whistling Dixie with nary a sniffle. Now, nary a sniffle with not even a sniffle. The symptoms wouldn't have set in by then. It's just the gayest not the gayest, we don't say that. That was the old Danny. That was the gossip bitch, Danny. You're an investigative journalist now. That was the most no. That was the... What's a word that's equivalent that's not rubbish? I say things are gay when I don't, I think they're a bit naff. Does that make me ignorant? Am I a big ignoramus? Embarrassing. You'll be the one whistling Dixie with nary a sniffle. Now that's embarrassing. Okay, now number two. So you've got your spray, right? You've sprayed everything down, but you'll have nary a sniffle. You'll be whistling Dixie. You'll be delusional. You think the Confederates are going to win because you won't have a sniffle. Number 2. Just a dab will do ya. Just a dab will do ya. She writes like people talk. A dear friend of mine, another one, a dear friend of mine once told me that Leonardo DiCaprio, name dropping, we hate name dropping. If I name dropped all the famous people that I know, I would blow your little minds. A dear friend of mine once told me that Leonardo DiCaprio gave her an excellent travel tip. Did he now? I know. I could have written an entire post on this conversation. Yeah, your posts are very short. You could write an entire post on literally anything. It'd just be a paragraph about how someone said something to you. That would be it. This could be one of your posts. That is a post of its own. You should have done 6 separate posts. A new travel tip. A dear friend of mine once told me that Leonardo DiCaprio gave her an excellent travel tip. The title of this post is, Just a Dab Will Do Ya. I could have written an entire post on this conversation alone. I know. What is it, you ask? We're not asking. Well, we are kind of are. Evidently, he said that to avoid getting sick on planes, he puts a little Neosporin. Put the little C next to that, please. It's a registered trademark. You put a little Neosporin on a cotton swab, and what else does he do? He coats the inside of his nostrils. I do that with Vaseline, but it's not because I'm a weirdo. I do it because I get dryness. Right? What's that about? That suddenly hits you in your mid-20s, doesn't it? And it never goes away. He puts a little Neosporin on a cotton swab and coats the inside of his nostrils. Okay. A bit weird. Antibacterial. Very rich person's problems, isn't it? Putting antibacterial stuff inside your nose all the time, but whatever. Not only does it create a barrier for germs, it also lubricates the skin in the nose. What's he doing in his nose? It lubricates the skin in the nose. I get that. I'm fully on board with that. Preaching to the choir. I lubricate my nose like there's no tomorrow. Every morning, it's part of my routine. Get out of the shower, lubricate my nose. And there's a little song I sing, I'm lubricating my nose. Vaseline. It creates a barrier for germs. That's important because when the skin cracks, germs can come running in. That's important because when the skin cracks, germs can come a-running. The germs have come a-running. They can come a-running in. So the coating of the Neosporin doubly protects you. Where did Leo get this idea from? Was it whilst he was working on the set of The Aviator? Where he was shitting in jars or something, I can't remember. He was a crazy germaphobe though, wasn't he? Now, before you start calling TMZ, I cannot say 100% that Leo said this. Okay. Your anecdote's suddenly not an anecdote anymore. But my friend is a good source. But we don't know who your friend is. Who is this dear friend, Meghan? Tell us, I want to ring TMZ. My friend is a good source. Give us the source. And regardless, it's a great tip. Try it. Lubricate your nostrils. Lubricate them. Maybe not with the antibacterial stuff. I always worry that the antibacterial stuff is doing more harm than good. I question the narrative. I'm breaking with all sorts of social norms that you just, you sheeple are just going along with, right? 3, pack a portable hug. What the fuck is that, Meghan? You ask. What the fuck is that, you ask? Yes, I do. I never travel without a scarf. Oh, yes. And I never travel without a Madewell City Guide scarf. Trademark. Licensed trademark. I never travel without a scarf or a thin cashmere blanket. Ooh! A thin cashmere blanket that feels like a hug. Throw it in your purse, handbag, or backpack, rucksack, or backpack. And no matter how far you travel, you will always feel comforted, both on and off the plane. I've got to say, this is a clever way. Like, they sponsored her with a scarf. She had to kind of work that into a travel thing. She had these 6 sponsor deals. And she's like, how can I work these into one post? Get working on it, lackeys. She had a team, the TIG team, all thinking, well, it's a clothes deal. Maybe you could call a scarf a portable hug. I don't know. All underpaid. There's so many of them. She's got a team. I mean, this was 2016. How much was she earning on suits? $1 million a year? She was spending more than she was earning. All the traveling. You will always feel comforted both on and off the plane, while with something that feels and smells like home. Ugh. Why would it smell like home? Don't you wash it? This This has become invaluable to me. Invaluable to me when catching some Z's, some Z's. When catching some Z's on a flight, or feeling swaddled in a hotel room. Swaddled is a horrible word. I am terrified of swaddling. When I see babies tightly wrapped like that in old films, nobody swaddles babies anymore, do they? Oh, I bet some paediatrician, I bet it's in vogue now, isn't it? Yes, you must cut off their circulation. We don't want all that blood reaching their extremities. Actually, Daniel, it helps it. Fuck off. I don't care. Think I care? I don't. Number 4. GoPro. Oh, a GoPro camera. Nope. Nope. A GoPro. Nope. Not the little video camera that I can't quite figure out. Who was it who said they couldn't figure out TVs? Hillary Baldwin. I literally don't know how to turn a TV on, she said in her American accent before she realized she was Spanish. Nope, not the little video camera that I can't quite figure out. I mean, go probiotics. You knocked them down again. We set them up, the world, and you knock them down, Meghan. Hilarious. They are amazing. I mean, come on, Harry and Meghan, while the hate, I love them. Always travel with a high strain probiotic and hydrate like you're dying of thirst. I wonder how many adoring fans have overhydrated thanks to this post. All the retards reading this and then drinking till their electrolytes fail. Meghan, ever thought of that? Hydrate like you're dying of thirst. They'll die of... What do you call it? What do you call overhydration when people die of that? Cardiac arrest! Because even if you're not for your body, the thirst is real. Because even if you're not dying of thirst, right, for your body, thirst is real. This dynamic duo of probiotics and agua, Wasser, what do French people call water? Le. Is that right? Have I just invented that? This dynamic duo, it is a dynamic duo. So it's the crazy probiotics, and here comes its double act partner, agua. This dynamic duo of probiotics and agua will keep your gut health in check. And honestly, stave off jet lag. Jet lag if you're globe-trotting on your travails. On your travels. Travails. Aren't travails like tasks? Am I getting this mixed up? Travails? Maybe travails are journeys. I can't remember. Tell me, somebody. It reminds me of work. Travail. Am I right, guys? Trabajo. Am I right, guys? German. Which would be completely different work. Werk. Oh, yeah, it's work, isn't it? Kraftwerk. God, I'm good. So clever. Number 5. be an efficiency expert. Okay. Check your... She knows the people who are reading this are retards, doesn't she? Check your flight. Do you know how many angry emails I've got from people for saying the R word? And here's the problem I have with people getting angry with that word, right? I'm using it to describe idiots. I don't use it to describe people with mental issues. And I've had emails from people saying, or Instagram messages, "How dare you, sir? My son is a retard." I didn't call your son a retard. I'm sorry if you think I don't know people. I don't have people in my life with, neurodivergency. Neurodiversion. Well, I do. I'm retarded. No, I'm joking. I don't call people who have mental problems or like a low IQ or who have some kind of brain injury. I would never call somebody like that a retard. I use it for people who are idiots. Now, you understand? I'm sorry if a word has a different meaning for you. That sounds like a you problem. You massive anuses. Anyway, check your flight schedule before you go, 'cause you're retarded. Check your flight schedule before you go. Make sure you check in online. Give yourself enough time to get to the airport. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, right, so she realizes this is all obvious basic bitch stuff, right? Everyone says basic bitch now, don't they? I'm so young. Those are all the things your mom tells you. Not my mum. Gotta get my mum on the show at some time. You will be amazed at her advice. Next level. It takes you to the next level of. It takes you one step closer to nirvana. And I don't mean necessarily as in enlightenment. I mean, you're that much closer to dying and being reincarnated as a cat or whatever. Because you just think, fuck me, if I could just be a cat and not understand what she's saying for fucking once. Oh, God. Those are all the things your mom tells you. So I certainly don't need to. But what I have learned is that having a perfect travel folio, or the most efficient piece of carry-on luggage, though this one is my fave, because they paid me the most. It's a definite splurge. Splurge. But just as efficient and chic with this one too. The carry-on luggage that makes you feel like a frequent flyer. Things will speed along so that you can avoid less airport hiccups and can focus on the vacate part of the vacation. Yeah, I'm normally so focused on the shun part, you know? I'm always shunning everyone. Shunning family, shunning friends, shunning help, advice, wisdom, love. I need to vacate. Number 6, let your tummy keep time. Your tummy keep time. Tummy is a word I don't like. I don't like words that sound like you're speaking to a child. Because it reminds me of when I was a child. No. Because I don't know. I never liked it as a child when people sort of went, "Oh, a doggy wog." You know, and I really hate living in Spain. No, I don't hate living in Spain. I hate the diminutives, right? So each region has its own fucking thing, and if I think it makes them all so special. So where I live, in Asturias, the thing is putting in at the end of every word. And that's fine if you do it every now and again. But some people, they're just like, el perrín, la ensaladina, la puertina, el librín, la libretina. And I just want to fucking... Shut up! It'd be like if I spoke to you like this. Ooh, do you like my video? I did a wickle video for you. I'm wearing a t-shirt. I'm not thinking of good examples because we don't do it so much in English. Like, they won't go for a coffee, they'll go for a coffee waffy. Fuck off! Un cafelito. Un cafetín. Inaudible. The dogs heard it. Let your tummy wummy keep the time. My gal pal, another one. My gal pal and designer extraordinaire. I love that word. Misha Nanu. Oh, very exotic. Misha Nanu. Designer extraordinaire Misha Nanu once told me that if you eat on the schedule of wherever you've landed, you won't feel jet lagged. Well, that's bollocks, isn't it? Well, I don't know. Have you ever had jet lag? Or is it an urban legend? Myth? Does jet lag... I've experienced it in Mexico. I remember them telling us, what's going to happen is you're going to arrive at the hotel and you're going to go to sleep at the normal time, but you will wake up at about 5 a.m. And I was like, yeah, okay. I'll be the judge of that, thank you, little Mexicans. These were small. It was a little woman. I don't mean all. So I, woke up at 5 a.m. Wide awake, like an owl. It was a very strange experience. Never had it before or since. But anyway. I was skeptical at first. Yeah, I would be. But as Misha shared, it's your stomach that tells your brain when it's feeling wonky. Wanky? By simply eating a meal at the time the locals are when you land, you trick your brain a bit and stay much more on track and much less cranky and wanky. Okay, well, that's enough of that, I think. Well, if you can ever get enough of the TIG, really. Can you ever be satiated? I can't. Let's watch Harry playing football. Act 3 of Daniel Boland's extraordinary video extravaganza extraordinaire. Come on, work.
You might want to move.
Vielleicht.
Okay. You might want to move.
He speaks in slow motion. You might want to move. Look at this. Now, I don't mind someone being bad at football. Uncoordinated. We all have our flaws. But this just comes across as though it's almost like he doesn't understand the objective. That he has to get the ball in one of those holes.
You get it.
He's dancing. Okay, fair enough. The first one straight down the middle. Let's watch that again. Oh dear. How many of us feel battered? Puts it in place again. Oh, and you've got to love the Germans. Everyone says, here's another thing. Everyone hates the way German people speak. I love the way German people speak. It's the most adorable thing in the world. Well, that's a terrible impression. Listen, Listen. Festfahren. Oh. Festfahren. Oh. He says something about, yeah, the football. Oh, he did the same thing. Now that is just weird to me. He didn't change anything. Look at that. They look like the exact same kick. Little dance. Now, it hits around here, right? So we're about 7 squares to the left. And this is important. Don't think I'm wasting time here. I'd never do that. It hit about here. It was the exact same thing. Does he remember the last shot? How battered are you, Harry? Listen to his voice as well. You might want to move. My Lord, he's battered. Schleichen. Oh, the shot. The zweite. The second, I think he said, didn't he? The zweite. Right? Zwei, eins, zwei, the zweite. I'm guessing that's the second, isn't it? God, I'm getting the hang of this. Look at them. Oh, they're such happy, like smiley people. Everyone says they sound aggressive talking. They sound really nice when they talk. I love the way German people talk. So nice. So nice all the time. Okay. Okay, Harry. That's enough football for you today. And here comes... What's it called? The show? He fluffed his strikes at goal during an appearance on Das Aktuelle Sportstudio. Das Aktuelles. How would you pronounce that, Germans? Das Aktuelles. Das Aktuelles. Sportstudio. I love the way they put the English words in there. It's amazing. Das Aktuelles Sportstudio on ZDF.
Okay, jetzt der Bundesverteidigungs...
Der Bundesnutzeke. Oh, Spanish. What?
Minister?
The Bundesminister?
Okay, jetzt der Bundesverteidigungsminister?
The German defense minister is fucking Frank Beckenbauer. It's not Frank Beckenbauer, but I'm saying he's that good.
This one's rubbish.
This one's rubbish. The ball. What are you saying? So. Yeah! They loved it. The defense minister. No one can attack us now. Who would dare? With accuracy like that. Imagine our missiles. Another one! Look at his cool head as well. Oh Lord, that's exactly the kind of guy you want shooting planes out the sky, isn't it? Now!
Herzlichen Glückwunsch.
Mr. Pistorius? Ooh, Greek German.
Ist das der neue Fußballtrainer jetzt für Deutschland?
Oh, it's for Deutschland. How could you hate that way of speaking? The Germans get a real hard time of it, if you ask me. I'm pro. Yeah, I can say that, can't I? I like German people.
Können Sie doch noch nebenher machen,
Der Mann sozusagen, ja. No goals for Prince Harry. We don't have a German jersey, but we got a Mainz 05 schal here.
What?
for Prince Harry. We don't have a German jersey, but we got a Mainz 05 Schal here.
That is Funkenzeit mit Bruno. I have got to hear that again.
For Prince Harry, we don't have a German jersey, but we got a Mainz 05 Schal here.
We don't have a German jersey, but we have a Mainz und Funschvater. What?
Prince Harry, we don't have a German jersey, but we got a Mainz 05 Schal here.
Mainz 05 Schal here. Oh, okay, it's Mainz, the team, right? Mainz 05. I don't know what the complete name of the Mainz team is.
Prince Harry, we don't have a German jersey, but we got a Mainz 05 Schal here. So, der Mainzer Oberbürgermeister.
The Mainzer Oberbürger. Now, this is the thing. You can laugh about it and exaggerate it, but they speak exactly like the pigs in Shrek, don't they? It's lovely. It's the cutest thing I've ever heard.
Der Mainz 05 Schal hier. So, der Mainzer Oberbürgermeister Nino Hase.
The Mainzer Oberbürger. It's fast, but it isn't aggressive. It's the nicest thing I've ever heard.
Freut sich jetzt Prince Harry. This is the local club, Bundesliga Mainz 05.
Oh, we know Mainz. Don't go. Jürgen Klopp, am I right?
Kriege ich keine Probleme, wenn ich das jetzt trage?
That looks brilliant.
There you go, Harry. What a time to be alive. I think we've done enough for today, haven't we? Haven't we? Yes. Yes, we have. I will see you in the next one. Like, share, subscribe, and there will be some edited videos coming soon.